Hey guys, what's up? It's HonestCigReview here, and I'm back at it with another video. So, I kind of wanted to make this video as kind of a follow-up to mine previous to yesterday. Okay, so I got a couple comments on my recent video that I do want to, answer as well as point out, kind of clarify some things, just so you guys know where I'm coming from. Okay, so I saw on one of the posts, I actually have my laptop right here, so I'm going to read it off to you. Mr. Fish said, anyways, I'm going through a whole quitting process myself, and I want to hear what effects it had on you. More specifically, did you gain weight or have a drastic behavioral change? I don't know what to expect ahead of me. Okay, so to you, Mr. Fish, nice name, by the way. So I did notice that when I quit, I did gain weight. So if you can see from watching my videos about maybe a year and a half ago, this part of my face was a lot slimmer, as well as other parts of my body, like my stomach. I'm going to the gym now to kind of work that out. But basically, I did notice weight gain pretty much immediately. It took about 2 to 3 weeks, just because nicotine is a natural diuretic, and it's also a natural stimulant. So when you're not using that, your metabolism slows down. That's from what I was reading back then. So I don't know if I'm 100% correct, but it's somewhere within those lines. Also, I kind of wanted to clarify when it comes to the withdrawals. With me personally, I had really bad withdrawals. These things right here, vapes, I didn't get into these till about, I think it was maybe 5 or 6 months after I had quit smoking, because I wanted to make sure that I had the dependency on cigarettes gone completely. Now, me saying that I quit like that would be a lie. I quit, and then I was off and on for about a month, okay? Like, I didn't buy my own packs. If my friends had one, I would have one, or, I would every once in a while type of situation, but I never actually bought my own packs again. And then I actually stopped, and for about 5, almost 6 months, I was completely nicotine free. So when it comes to attitude or behavioral changes, I did notice it. I was more agitated than usual. Things would irritate me that really shouldn't have irritated me. It was a little more difficult for me to be relaxed or, find a place to escape, because typically for a smoker, a cigarette is either, you're having a stressful day on the job, or something irked you during the day and you just need a way to kind of forget about it for a couple minutes. I didn't have that crutch to fall onto because I really did want to quit. So it was very difficult for me personally to get over that hump of not having nicotine. At times, I guess you could say that I was being kind of a douche, which it happens. Everybody's different compared to, the next person on how it's going to affect them when they quit. So I kind of just wanted to say that. So yes, I did notice weight gain, as well as behavioral and attitude changes. But I got over that just by finding things to do. So like, if I wanted to smoke a cigarette, I would, go for a walk, or I would play guitar because I'm a musician. So basically I would do something in the form of an outlet to kind of distract myself. Now for you, Mr. Fish, I can't say specifically that that's going to happen to you, but one thing I can say for sure is that quitting is going to be difficult. Your buddy's gonna have a cigarette, or you're gonna walk into a gas station and see a pack of your favorite cigarettes up there on the wall, and it is gonna be very tempting to buy a pack, or very tempting to bum that cigarette off your friend. And let me tell you one thing that I learned the hard way. The second you smoke that cigarette after you've gone 2, 3, 4 weeks without one, you're just gonna fall right back into it again, and you're never gonna be able to get out of that grasp. So that's basically what happened to me, and I wish you luck on quitting. It was very difficult for me. It's going to be difficult for you in different areas or the same areas as it was for me, but I really do wish you luck. And if you do quit, leave a comment, a couple months from now saying, hey, I've been a couple months cigarette free. That would honestly mean a lot to me to know that you actually did quit. Okay, so to move on to another comment that was on the video. Okay, Mickey Cox commented, If you're anti-smoking now, should you delete your tobacco videos? It's a bit hypocritical. Okay, so I never once said I was anti-smoking. I did put a disclaimer in my last video saying that anybody under the age of 18 or 21, depending on your region, that you shouldn't be smoking. It can get you in trouble, as well as if you start that young, it's going to be difficult to break out of it 5-6 years from then. I never once said I was anti-smoking, and I think leaving my smoking videos up is a good thing because people did enjoy the videos. But when it comes to being anti-smoking, I personally don't smoke anymore, but any of my friends or family members that do smoke, I don't bash them for it. I don't say anything. I'll go out there right with them and smoke my vape with them. Like, I don't care. So just to clear that up, I am not anti-smoking. And honestly, do what you want to do. I mean, it's up to you. I'm not going to sit here and delegate and tell people what they should and shouldn't do with their lives, their bodies, and what they want to do, whether it's socially or personally. You know, it's not up to me, it's up to you, and ultimately that's your choice. So I just kind of want to clarify that I'm not against smoking, because I still do a version of it. Okay, I'm not saying vaping is healthy. Guess people have said that vaping's worse or vaping is somewhat healthier for you. Personally, I'm on more of the somewhat healthier side, because there's like 3,000 to 4,000 chemicals in a cigarette depending on the one you smoke, and there's like maybe 5 or 6 in a bottle of vape juice. Now that can vary depending on the flavor you get, but that really does, you know, have an effect on what you do. So do your thing. Okay, I appreciate the comment and kind of keeping an eye out for me being like an anti-smoker, but I'm actually not. So let me just clear that up for you. And by the way, all of your guys' feedback on like starting a vaping type of thing, a couple of you were like, you should do a tutorial on how to start, like what to start with, some good budget things if you don't have a lot of money to go out and buy like a $300 mod. I think that would be a really good topic for a video. So I'm actually thinking about doing that, and kind of getting that out. So, and someone, Foxy Grandpa, okay, you said that you wanted more information on a vape that I was holding. It was actually this one. So I'll get the box for you. Okay, it's made by SV, okay, smoking vapor. It's called a Me Pod. So essentially the way these guys work, okay, is it has, I think it's a 950 milliamp hour battery, which for most vapes, it's not the biggest, like if you compare it to a mod, which has 2, 3, even more batteries. But these are, I guess, self-actuating vapes. So there's no button you press. Like, I don't have one of my other vapes in here to show you, but typically on normal mods, there's going to be a button that you're going to press to activate the coil, and then you inhale. What this guy is, it uses a pod system, okay? So basically what you do is you fill it from the top, so right up here, and then right down here in the corner, you have a little coil, okay? And then on the bottom, you have these 2 connector pads. I'm guessing it's negative and positive, okay? So you fill that up, and you let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then you just slap it into the vape, and then you're ready to go. You just literally take a hit. Like there's nothing to it. And these things are nice because they're very discreet. I have a couple other ones. I think I misplaced them. I think they're in my bedroom. But they are the same thing. I prefer these ones for like if I'm at work or if I'm in a setting that really doesn't necessarily allow e-cigarettes or vaping or smoking. And it's very easily concealable. You can just slip it into a pocket or just hold it in your hand, and nobody would really notice, versus a mod, which is like you can obviously tell what the person's doing. So this is a Me Pod. This isn't a sponsored video. I always like to say that just because people will always think that it's sponsored unless you say so. So it's by Smoking Vapor. It's a Me Pod, and they come in several different colors. This one is a digital. This one's called Digital Technology or Black Digital, something along those realms, because if you look on the vape, the lighting isn't too good, but it has like this kind of tech, like circuit board looking type of scenario around the outside of it. So these things are very convenient, and they are actually fairly inexpensive. I picked this one up for about it's like about $50. And then the juice is about $20 a bottle. You can use normal vape juice in this, but it's not recommended. They make this type of vape juice now. It's actually an up-and-coming thing. It's fairly recent, called nicotine salts. And essentially what that means is it's like condensed nicotine. So in your typical mod, you're going to have like variants of 3, 6, 12, even 24, in some cases 48. And that's the milligrams per volume of nicotine that you have. This right here is 50 milligrams, which is like 5% by volume. So it is a decent amount of nicotine. It's one of the highest you can get. So if you're thinking about picking one of these up, or you're new to vaping, or you want to go out and try something out, I don't recommend starting out at 50 milligrams. It is a lot of nicotine. I do it because it keeps me off of cigarettes. And I get that nicotine rush every time I hit it, which is nice. But you can get sick from these very easily if you're not careful. So if you're going to go out and you're a first-time vapor, start out small, okay? Obviously do whatever you want, but start out small, okay? And work your way up. If like maybe 3 isn't working out for you, finish that bottle, because it's still something. It's still nicotine, and go up to 6. And if that's not working out, and so on. Okay, 50 milligrams is a lot, and it's not recommended for a first-time vapor. So let's just get that straight. So this is the Me Pod, and it's by SV. So yeah, there's that. And again, I just wanted to say thank you for the continued support, wanting me to do vape videos. Thank you for the likes and the views. It does really mean a lot to me, and it really does motivate me when I see you guys commenting what you want to see. So thank you for giving your feedback and kind of giving your little tidbits of information, and kind of suggestions on like what I should do, and just for constructive criticism too. I really do appreciate that, because it does give me an opportunity to grow and make my channel better. So anyways, I just kind of wanted to make this follow-up video. Expect within the next day or so, I'm going to try to start a consistent uploading schedule, and starting to either tomorrow, or I want to say Saturday, expect my first vaping review video. I believe I'm going to do it on the Me Pod, just because it's the most relevant one. It's the one I've been using, and I have had questions about it. So that's probably going to be the next review. If not, I'll post a comment, or I'll post a follow-up video just explaining on what's going to happen. But other than that, I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate your comments, and kind of, helping me get this channel in the direction that you guys want it to go. So thank you for watching. This has been HonestCigReview here, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.